What influences voter turnout in civic participation? Imagine a community where everyone shows up at the polls. What makes some people vote while others stay home? It's a mix of social, economic, political, and ethical factors that shape how citizens get involved in democracy. Voter turnout is simply the percentage of eligible voters who cast ballots in an election. When more people vote, it shows stronger engagement. When fewer do, it might mean barriers or apathy are at play. Several things influence this. First, consider social and economic factors. Smaller towns often see higher turnout because each vote feels more important. People who have lived in the same place for years tend to know more about local issues and candidates, making them more likely to vote. If the economy is doing well, people tend to be more motivated to participate because they feel their voice can make a difference. But if folks are struggling financially, they might focus on basic needs and skip voting. Then there are structural and legal factors. When voting is easy, like holding elections on weekends or making registration simple, more people tend to vote. Countries that requiring citizens to vote by law often see higher turnout because of penalties for not participating. Methods like early voting or voting by mail also help, giving people more options to cast their ballots. The political environment also plays a role. When elections are close and uncertain, people are more likely to turn out because they believe their vote counts. If candidates are unappealing or the choices seem limited, some voters might feel discouraged and stay away. Campaign efforts matter too. Personalized outreach, like knocking on doors or making phone calls, can motivate voters more than mass emails or ads. Now, let's talk about the psychological and ethical side. People often vote because they feel a sense of civic duty, a moral obligation to participate in shaping their community. When citizens trust the political system and believe their vote can make a difference, they are more likely to go to the polls. Conversely, if they feel distrustful or cynical, turnout drops. Social justice awareness also influences voting. When people recognize social inequalities and want to push for change, they are more motivated to vote to support policies that promote fairness. From an ethical point of view, voting is seen as a responsibility. It's about fairness and making sure everyone's voice is heard. Governments should create fair, accessible systems that respect all citizens' rights. Citizens, in turn, have a moral duty to participate to help build a just society. To boost voter turnout, we can focus on civic education that highlights voting as a moral act. Making voting easier through reforms like holiday voting or simplified registration can help. Campaigns that engage voters respectfully and personally build trust and shared responsibility. Addressing social inequalities ensures marginalized groups can participate fully. All these factors show that voter turnout isn't just about rules or procedures. It's about the social, political, and ethical choices that encourage citizens to take part in democracy. When we understand what influences voting, we see how important it is to build systems and cultures that motivate everyone to participate actively and responsibly.